Today, I'm going to be showing you my game-changing technique for hacking your sub and optimizing your drop. Let's get to it. Hey guys, BigJerr here, Ableton Certified Trainer and instructor at Icon Collective. On this channel, one of the things I want to talk about is tips and tricks for the modern day producer. I want to help you get your music to where you want it to be. So if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. The more you interact with me, the more I can help you. All right, let's get to hacking our sub. So what do I mean hacking your sub? Well, that just means I came up with a clever way to get your sub information into your drop without actually doubling your MIDI down and opening up a brand new instrument for your sub. You see, to me, that seems like a waste of time and actually not very creative or musical, because what if, you write out a line in your synth, right? And then you double it down to have your sub open up another serum patch or whatever and just turn the sub on. You guys know how you normally do it. But what if you don't like what you did? Then you have to go change it to your synth and then make the change to your sub. And what if you don't like that? This process could go on for a while, and it doesn't seem to be very artistic to me. I've come up with a way to take all those problems away. Let's take a listen to this drop right here, and well, first of all, you can see that on my sub in channel, there's actually no information. But we're gonna take a look at that in just a second. Cool. Let's take a listen to this drop, and then we'll get under the hood a little bit.
Tear the world apart just to watch that fucker burn.
Dope. But let's take a look at how this works. As you can see, the sub channel, the sub in channel labeled here, doesn't actually have any info on it, right? No synths, nothing at all. But we saw the volume coming through. So let's take a look at how we're doing this. First thing I should mention is these are audio clips, obviously, but this will work the same with MIDI, audio, anything that you want to throw through the group here. Also, all of these bass sounds have been designed with subs already built into them. So, for example, in Serum, you have the sub oscillator. I turn it on and I mix the sub in so it sounds good. So all of these tracks here with basses on them actually are mid basses and subs. Cool. So we need to figure out how to split that out. Awesome. So if I double click onto my mid group here, all of the basses in my mid group, it could be 1, 2, 3, 15, it doesn't matter. They all get sent to this group. And here I've made myself a little sub split rack, right? So what this is basically, it's simply two EQs. You got one cutting out everything below 100 and the other one cutting out everything above 100, right? And this one we can go ahead and call our low or our sub, and this is our high, okay? Pretty simple stuff. So here comes the magic. So what I've done is I've actually muted it on this track. If we listen really fast here, if I just plug it anywhere.
Tear the world apart just to watch that fucker burn.
You see how the sub is there, but we're not hearing it because I've turned it off. It's not active, but it is coming through. We just need to reroute it somewhere. Great. So remember, keep this in mind. We've got a rack here. We've got high and low. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is, check this out. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go ahead and just save this. I'm going to copy and delete. That way I'm going to go ahead and do this brand new for you, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a blank audio track. Okay, I'm going to drag it into my subgroup here. Okay, and I could rename it sub in or whatever. And I'm going to go ahead and paste my effects back in here. Okay, so this is basically how I brought it to exactly where we were last time. Okay, and this is pretty cool because once you understand this, you'll be able to see that we could affect our subs however we want. So here's what we do. We're going to go into our sub in and into our input routing, and we're going to go find our mid bass group. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go in here, find our mid bass group right there. Bang. And then you're going to have a little sub drop down menu here, a little secondary window. And you're going to have, pre-effects, post mixer, but then what's this right here? Something I haven't seen before. And this is why I told you to remember about this rack. Because anytime you add a rack to a channel and you want to route that channel into something, well, you get the option to route the whole channel or any part of that rack too. All right? So let's go into here, and we know that we want low Now let's talk about this. I know it's going to be low post effects, right? So I'm going to go ahead and select that. But let's make sure we all understand why it's post effects. I'm going to go back into here. So whoops, click into here. Here we go. So obviously we want this low channel, right? So when we go back into here, you'll see that we don't want the highs and we don't want the whole channel. We want the low. So we know it would have to be low pre or low post, not low post, mister. So it's either low pre or low post effects, right? Let's figure out which one. So back over here to the rack that we're trying to isolate and extract part of, what we're going to see is if we go pre-effects, it's going to get us right here before this EQ. And if we get the sound before the EQ, well, we know it's just everything in the mid bass sound, right? So it's going to be the full bass, not what we want. But what if we get it post-effects? Well, that's after we've done our EQ, and that's exactly what we want because it's only going to be the sub. So, to recap, we have all of our basses in a group. All of these basses have subs already built into them, and you can see it right here. Okay, but we've turned it off, so we can't hear it on this particular channel. We want to reroute it down to a blank audio track. Okay, you can put whatever effects on it you want, no big deal. This isn't a processing lesson, this is a routing lesson. We're going to go into our brand new audio track, blank audio track, go to our input, select the mid group or whatever group you have your basses in, and then go down here and we've decided it's sub, split, low, post. Finally, to make sure that we're actually going to get the sound, we have to go over here and set this channel to in. Anytime you're using a blank audio channel, you always have to set it to in when you want to route something through it.
But I still don't get it, Barry. Why is this better than the other way?
Glad you asked. Let's take a look. First off, I didn't have to double my sub. You can still see that we're not getting, well, you can see that we haven't written anything in, but we're still getting all the sub information coming through. Let's take a listen to make sure we're getting that. All right, we're there. Now, even better, because it gets even better. Here's the real magic. So let's just say, I'm going to take off the top of my head here. I'm going to go into this first clip. And I'm going to say, let's do a gnarly pitch bend, right? So let's just select this here, and do something like really wicked, right? Now, the best part about this is that since the sub is actually already in this channel, this pitch bend will automatically affect the sub. And since it's being routed down to the sub channel here, we're going to hear instantly all the effects. Let's take a listen. And there's the beauty of this method. Now we could take any edit, any cut, any pitch bend, any reverse, anything we want to do, any creative application we want to take to our drops, we can now take it and it will already go right to our sub. Now you've unlocked your drop, you've hacked your sub, and you're now able to be as creative as possible, optimizing your drop performance. Well, I hope you guys like that hack, and I hope it makes each and every one of your drops even more amazing than I'm sure they already are. By the way, I make bass music under the name Scarlett. The song we were just listening to is called 9 Lives, featuring the vocals of Happy Hour. I'm going to put all the links to both my SoundCloud and his SoundCloud in the description. Also, I'm going to put a link to the full version of that song where you can find a free download. So remember, guys, if you found that video helpful, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, show me a little love so I can keep showing you guys love. All right, I'll catch you in the next one.